Hello, YouTube, and what is up? Ben Warney here, aka Mr. Metronome, for what could be one of the first ever premiere drafts for Ikoria Lair of Behemoths. So first things first, thank you very much to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring this video. We're here on the Streamer Early Access Day, and we have a fully stocked account. Thank you to Wizards very much for that and the ability to create this content for you. And another announcement, if you're enjoying our content here on the Lords of Limited channel, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comments section. Any and all of that is helpful. And without further ado, we're going to hop in here in our premiere draft of Ikoria Lair of Behemoths. So these are human pod drafting that is coming to Arena. So we're going to be drafting not against the bots on Arena, but against humans. So let's hop in here and see what happens. This is my first one of these as well, so you're going to be along for the ride. So we're finding a draft table here. We'll see. If this takes a while, I will wait and hang on, but if not, we will hop right on in there. All right, so we should be on the clock here. Yeah, you can see us roping down. Let me switch views so you guys can see all the cards here. Hunted Nightmare's busted, and you can now reserve cards. So you can double click, you can drag, you can hit confirm pick, any and all of that to help you select your card. This is a fairly good pack. Hunted Nightmare is very good. I think probably better than all the commons and maybe all the uncommons. I haven't really thought about it too much yet. Glowstone Recluse is very strong, especially with Mutate as well. Primal Empathy I have not seen in action yet, really. We've been doing some testing in the Lords of Limited Discord. Fire Prophecy is very strong, one of the best commons in the set. Deadweight as well. But I think I want to start off with Hunted Nightmare and see where we go from there. Divine Arrow has also been pretty impressive. I think this is going to be good in the format. Better than it's been in other formats for sure. Okay. Pack 2, we get past a reconnaissance mission. Dustfang Mentors, this cycle of mentors where you put a keyword ability counter on creatures is fine. Has not been crazy impressive from what I've seen so far in the Discord. Sonorous Howlbonder is good, especially since this has Menace. We're essentially turning that into unblockable. I like that. Drana Stinger is very good in the cycling deck, so red-white is cycling. The allied color pairs kind of have these keyword ability stuff, but I also think there's a lot of room to be flexible in the allied color pairs. I think that's going to be one of the most interesting things to figure out is how to draft the allied colored pairs well in the format, because the enemy color pairs have lots of gold cards in very clear directions. So, like for example, red-white is cycling, white-black is humans. Ooh, baby, we got some good ones here. So, see, Zagoth Mamba or Easy Prey is going to be the pick here. So Archipelagore is good. Not really where we want to head as far as blue-black with our start. Easy Prey seems like fine removal. Zagoth Mamba and Mutate have been pretty impressive in general. Not sure how much black wants to mutate. Like black-green is kind of has a reanimator sub-theme, and we haven't seen any of that action yet. Best common in the pack is probably Cloud Piercer or Bushmeat Poacher. We're going to be taking either Easy Prey or Zagoth Mamba. I think I'm going to take Zagoth Mamba because I want to try the Mutate stuff, but I could see Easy Prey being a better pick here. Actually, in fact, no, I'm going to take Zagoth Mamba. I want to mutate some things. All right, feeling great about that pick. So we've got a tough choice here. Best card in the pack is Dire Tactics. This card is very good. And we don't have a second color yet, so we could easily be white-black. There is some mutating that can go on in white-black, but not as much as certainly like in the Teamer color pairs. Every color has mutate sprinkled throughout. Easy Prey is just going to be a rock-solid mutate spell. One of the keys when you're playing against mutate is being able to get rid of their early drops. So I do like Easy Prey. You can also think about Thieving Mamba, or Thieving Otter rather. I don't know what's right here. I think I'm going to take Easy Prey and just keep my second color open despite Dire Tactics being a better card. All right, so black has dried up. That is not good news for us. So Huntmaster Liger is fine. Drana Stinger again, fine, but not going to be exciting in black-red. Although there's no reason that we can't take this. This feels pretty far away from where we're at, although that's not even necessarily true. We have the Zagoth Mamba, we have a Nightmare. All right, I'm in for Ligering. White has been flowing a little bit. Let's do it. Okay, so now we have a choice of our first Triome land. I think this is probably going to be my pick here, just because it gives us a lot of flexibility down the road. If we want to go black-green, maybe splash the Liger, although we've not seen much green. And since we're actually in a human draft pod here, we can expect that to continue. No need to guess what the bots are doing. So we're actually drafting against 8 other human beings that are making picks right now as well. So, of one mind, Stormwild, Caprador, and the Triome are all sticking out to me. And the Night Squad Commando is fine. Not super impressive. I'm going to take the Triome and see where we go. All right, another Dire Tactics is insane. So that's probably going to push me towards black-white humans. I wish I hadn't passed that other one. I hope that doesn't push anyone else into black-white humans. Hopefully I cut black enough that that's not the case. Yeah. Like Dire Tactics here, and we're maybe going to regress passing that 2-3 that makes a 1-1 human. I can't remember the name of it. Rumbling Rockslide is also very late, I guess. We could consider taking that here and pushing towards black-red. Huh. That's very late. I'm going to take the Dire Tactics, but it's close. Ooh, this is huge. All right, so this is going to lock me into black-white humans, I think. Really want to get a chance to play with this card. I think this might be the key to making humans very good. So we'll have to hope some human stuff wheels. But the fact that this is pick 8, so the entire rest of the table has passed on Sanctuary Lockdown, that's exciting stuff for us. So let's get Sanctuary Lockdown in here, and hopefully humans is the open archetype. Let's do it. All right, Divine Arrow and Blade Banish still here. These cards are fine as well. The Helica Glider, 2 and a white, 2/2, gets a flying or a first strike counter, and Blitz Leech is kind of clunky, honestly. So we're going to take a Divine Arrow here. This card lines up very well statistically against the format. It kills about 80% or so of the common and uncommon creatures. It's very good. So let's snap that up. Oh, and we got a Vulpikeet. So this is not human-centric, but this is going to go well. Like, wheeling this maybe makes Zagoth Mama playable. So maybe we're a hybrid deck and we don't play Sanctuary Lockdown. We'll have to see what wheels and what comes the rest of the pack. I think this is way too late for Drana Stinger to go. I think this is a very good 2-drop, and I think it's the best 2-drop you can have in the cycling deck. So let's get Vulpikeet in here. And confirm pick. Wheeling Snare Tactician is not nothing. So we don't have a huge cycling theme right now, but we do have this land that can cycle. And there are a lot of incidental cycling on cards in the format, like for example, Easy Prey. So this is not the worst card, certainly if we end up humans. All right, down to the dregs here. I think I want Gloom Pangolin more than I want Coordinated Charge. That's not even true. If we're humans, we'll be trying to go wide. Let's take a Coordinated Charge. And a Garrison Cat, sure. Doesn't matter at all. Ooh, that's not the worst wheel. That's a good thing to mutate onto. We don't have a way to damage this ourselves yet, but... Ooh, so we got our first ultimatum here. We're not going to be doing anything with that. I'm going to clean up what's in the deck right now a little bit, or that we're considering. Okay, so this is not the best pack in the world for us, and by not the best pack in the world for us, I mean the worst pack in the world for us. So the rare's unplayable with where we're at. Reptilian Reflection's busted in the cycling deck. Parcel Beast, very good in the Mutate deck, but we are pretty far away from that. I don't know what I'm taking here. I guess like a ram through. We have that land that we could splash green with, or we could just move into white-green. Black was not the most open, so we should keep that flexibility in mind as well. So let's take a ram through here. Let's see what's up. Okay, so this is not outstanding, so we're not considering this. 3/3 Death Touch for 4. Perimeter Sergeant, also not great. I mean, best card in the pack is Fire Prophecy. White-red instant, deal 3 to a creature, and you can put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library if you do draw a card. That one's very strong. Snare Tactician goes well in our, like, humans-ish deck. But again, kind of wishing I'd taken that late Cycler. Maybe Cycling was open enough that I was supposed to get into white-red Cycling. I don't know. We're at sort of an awkward place here. We're in between archetypes. This is also a great payoff for the Cycling deck. Prickly Marmoset. This is really difficult to block because you don't know if your opponent has a Cycler in hand or not. So I'm going to take Fire Prophecy and get it in the deck here. And by get it in the deck, I mean probably not play it. All right, so white is somehow getting cut from our left. That's odd. So Lutri is a good one. We could consider doing this. We have no doubles right now. We have this Fire Prophecy. I don't know if it's too late to move into white-red or not. It's either Lutri or Night Squad Commando. And Night Squad Commando is fine, but nothing exciting. Like, we're going to be this black-white amalgamation of humans and non-humans. I don't know. I'm going to stick with black-white, I think, for now. And trust that it's going to come. And there's maybe those first couple packs weren't great, but it was clearly open, I think, from our right in pack 1. So maybe we get a little cut this pack, but I think that'll be okay. So Boot Nipper, we've got this pegged as maybe the third best black common on Lords of Limited. This is a great thing to mutate onto. The Death Touch counter, 2/1 Death Touch is also pretty strong. It just tussles well late, and then putting a large monster mutated onto this with a Death Touch counter is very good as well. I'm going to take a Dustfang Mentor here. Dreamtail Heron's very good, one of the better common mutate payoffs for sure. Or mutate cards, rather. It's not really a mutate payoff. I guess it does because it draws you a card. Ooh, what does this do? 1 Selesnya, 3/2. Each creature card in your starting deck's cat, elemental night. That we're not going to meet that condition. Each creature you control is a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast. Gets +1/+1 and has vigilance. It's a nightmare. We've got a lot of humans too. That's a nightmare. It's a cat. This does enough that I think we'll just play this. I think it's better than taking a Snare Tactician here. And it's looking like maybe we are going to be some sort of a black-white hybrid deck and not be able to play this Sanctuary Lockdown. Okay, so there's more indications that cycling's open. So I do think, all things considered, if we had been red-white cycling, I think I was a little too slow to move off of black in pack 1. I think red-white cycling would have been our best lane. With where we're at right now, it feels difficult to get there. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to take here. I'm going to take this Rumbling Rock Slide, but I don't love this pick. The Fox is just not good in our deck. Ooh, Checkpoint Officer, that is a good one. This is a rock solid card. We'll be happy to have this as a human and just a mana sink way to lock down the opposing creatures. Windscarred Crag we might be interested in because we do have this Rumbling Rock Slide and this Fire Prophecy. So that's worth noting as well. There's a chance we could be white-red. I don't think we're going to make playables though. So let's get this out of here. And we have 13 black-white playables. We could play this Stormwild Caprador as well. Nothing great here. There's a Perimeter Sergeant. I don't think we're focused enough that that's going to be a good card in our deck. Could take a Tranquil Cove. I don't love that. Zenith Flare here is a cycling payoff. As I said, seems like cycling is the place to be for us, but I think it's too hard to navigate over there at this point. I'm going to take Perimeter Sergeant. It's nice that it auto-selects a card in your colors for you, it looks like. Oh, wow. That feels bad. All right, Reptilian Reflection should under no circumstances be wheeling. So that means probably nobody at the table is drafting cycling is my guess. So do I take... I just can't get into that deck. I think we take... If I had taken the Fox, maybe we could have done it. I think I just take the 1/4 Vigilance. Take a Snare Tactician now, and maybe we'll have a minor cycling sub-theme, which is not the worst in our black-white deck. Call of the Death Dweller. We've got a Zagoth Mamba. We have a couple of 2-drops, and we have some reasonable 3-drops to return. I think I'm going to take Call of the Death Dweller as the highest upside card here, but I don't love it. All right, Suffocating Fumes, I think, is the pick over Coilbug and Magistrate here. We may main deck that. We may not. We'll see. Take a Serval here over Pangolin. I don't want a second Pangolin. All right. We got a mess going on over here in the deck. Ooh, baby. Okay. Zerd of the Dawnwaker. Companions everywhere. Each permanent card in your starting deck has an activated ability. We are not going to meet that condition. You can pay 1 tap. Target creature can't block this turn. So Fight as 1 is very good in our deck. We sort of have a mishmash of humans and non-humans, which I don't know if that's where you want to be, but it's not the worst place to be. Cavern Whisperer is also going to be very strong in our deck. This would reduce Checkpoint Officer down to a single white, and cycling costs less. I'm going to take this. I could see Cavern Whisperer being the better pick, though. What is this? Lava Brink Venture. 2 and a white, 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, choose odd or even. Has... Oh, that's a good one. Majestic Auricorn is fine. Again, Fire Prophecy is great. So probably should have been white-red. I think I was too slow, though. Like, as soon as I started talking about it, I probably could have switched into it. But I don't think at this point, or any point after that, I should be switching into it. I'm just kind of noting for myself, like trying to burn into my brain what the signals are. And again, it's early. It's hard to read signals, but we're going to happily take Lava Brink Venturer here as a very strong card for our deck. Okay. So there's some good ones here. Valiant Rescuer is very strong. Again, cycling deck. And we might have a light cycling sub-theme here in white-black. We'll see what sort of cycling stuff we can pick up on the wheel here. Day Squad Marshal's also fine filler if we wield that. I don't think we want to try to splash this. We don't have quite enough stuff with Vigilance going on. No. So I think we take a Valiant Rescuer here and are pretty happy about it. That's a good pickup. All right, another Dire Tactics is great for us. Premium removal in our deck. Deadweight is good, but Dire Tactics is better. Snare Tactician's fine filler. Cloud Piercer's good, but not for us. Mysterious Egg's an interesting one. I don't know how that's necessarily going to pan out in the format. I think it's going to be playable in the Mutate decks, but I don't think it's going to be a crazy high pick or anything. All right, looks like everybody else is going slow. Let's try to clean up the deck here a little bit. So this is out to the sideboard. I think we're not human enough for lockdown, which is a bummer. Put that in the sideboard for right now. Put that in the sideboard for right now. And we're back. Okay, so this is a tough pick. Fire Prophecy's great. Should not be going this late. But I can't take advantage of it, and I'm going to keep being part of the problem and shipping it along here. Cavern Whisperer versus dead weight. Where's our creature count at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we're fine on creatures. I think I'm going to take dead weight here and hope that Cavern Whisperer wheels. It's just, in my experience, really important to have early interaction in this format. Okay, we've got a Savai Triome here. Could let us splash some red. Is just a good card in general to have lands that cycle. Could take a Checkpoint Officer or a Boot Nipper as well. We only have right now the Vulpikeet and the Liger. I'm going to take the Cycling Land. We're fine on playables, and Cycling Lands and Dual Lands are really powerful in general. We also have the Companion that's going to make our Cycle Lands cycle for 1 less. Okay, so an on-color duel here, but there's Pacifism still in the pack, which is the best white common currently for us on Lords of Limited, so we're going to happily snap that up here. Read what this rare does. It's like a chain for creatures dying, right? Yeah, creature card with lesser converted mana cost. We're glutted on 3, so that's not going to be good in our deck anyway. Snap up a Pacifism here. More cycling. I'll try to stop talking about it. Ooh, this is a good pack for us. And not like, I think black wasn't the most open, but it's been open enough that I think we have a functional deck. And double Dire Tactics is big game. Do we want Vulpikeet or Divine Arrow here? I think we have enough. I don't know what to do. I'm going to take Vulpikeet. That was hard. It's possible we don't have enough non-humans that we really want that Vulpikeet. We do have double main Serval, but that's not the best thing in the world to mutate onto. Take a Cavern Whisperer here over Snare Tactician, I think. And we really are just going to be kind of an amalgamation of... And I don't think that's a bad place to be. One of the coolest things about this format is I think there's not going to be a clearly defined, hey, do this. Like, you're really going to have to adapt to cards you already have and try to maximize on small synergies. This Auricorn I am not thrilled about. I think the card that debated me the most in this draft was the Zagoth Mamba. We are going to take Drannith Healer here. I think I want a Day Squad Marshal more than I want a Majestic Auricorn. We also got to take Blade Banish for the sideboard, but I do think our removal situation's in pretty good shape. Yeah, I think we're in fine shape. I'm going to do a Day Squad Marshal. Snare Tactician, sure. Could take this Crystal to try to splash our red removal spells, but I'm not in love with that. We're probably also not playing a third. Ooh, Cavern Whisperer? I am into that. I think I want that over Day Squad Marshal. There's also this Memory Leak we could put in as a cycler, but I think our cycling thing is going to be a light sprinkle rather than focus of the deck. Savai Sabertooth, we'll play that over a Serval probably, and nobody on the Death's Oasis. Okay, that was cool. Went by fast. That was odd playing on Arena and feeling under the gun like that while I was doing a video. So maybe early in the format, bot drafts will still be better just because you can take time to go through the cards, but really wanted to hop in here with some of the first human drafts for some primo content. All right, I will pick my own lands. Thank you, Magic Arena. Ooh, there's a companion slot. That's exciting. I don't think we meet the conditions for any of our 3 companions. 2 companions. We have 2 companions, right? Death's Oasis not in the deck. This is fine. That's just a good card. This is also just a good card. Yeah, we're not going to get there on either of those. So, 24 creatures. We mostly need to cut creatures. So let's start by cutting our weakest creatures. We don't need 3 Snare Tacticians, that's for darn sure. I could see Perimeter Sergeant being okay. I do like the Night Squad Commando. This is not the best. We do have a few light menace things going on. I do like the Liger. I like the double Vulpikeet. We really didn't quite get there on Sanctuary Lockdown, which is a bummer. I do think this is the key to white-black humans being great. Have not tested that theory at all yet, but that is running around in my head. I mean, maybe we get there. Too many of our busted cards are not humans, though, to really go after that. Like, our best cards are all non-humans. All right. I kind of want to cut this Draneth healer, because we don't need cheap humans for anything, right? No. So we're really actually not superhuman-y, other than that we want to have humans for dire tactics. Like, this is our biggest human payoff. So, and we're definitely going to play both of these duels. So we need 5 more cuts. Yikes. All right, I think Draneth Healer goes, except it's a human and it's a cycler. I don't know, I'm too attached to all of these cards. So the Hellbonder is just good. Duskfang Mentor is just good. Oh, I didn't realize these counters had to go on a non-human creature. That's interesting. Okay, that's good to know. We actually can take advantage of that. I wonder, is that true on all the mentors? Reading is powerful. Perimeter Sergeant, I think, can go. We look like we're not superhuman. Day Squad Marshal's fine. I think that stays. Honestly, we're more non-human than we are human. I think so. That leads me to want to keep the Draneth Healer. And Dire Tactics is going to be fine, even if we have to lose some life. So that's good. I think that leads me to want to cut a Serval. I kind of like the Sabertooth. This is a weak card in the format, but 3-1 early. We do have good, cheap, efficient removal. We could put pressure on people, and then once this becomes irrelevant, we can upgrade it with like a Vulpikeet or something like that. And honestly, we can turn Vulpikeet into a 4-2 flyer. That's not the worst. The Liger is a little suspect, because we're not really going wide. I kind of think the Liger might be a cut. I think I'm into that. Like, as we got less human-y, we also got less go wide. This is definitely not a typical version of black-white, but I don't think it's bad. Maybe that's just a mistake with the Zagoth Mamba. Maybe we just want to max out on mutate cards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Is Zagoth Mamba a cut? That can't be right. So we only have the 4 mutate cards right now. I kind of feel better with the Liger back in there if we're going to run this Zagoth Mamba. So maybe we have to cut Day Squad Marshal. Although that's odd because that makes 2 bodies for the thing. Maybe we don't want this Snare Tactician. I could see that being true. I think I'm into that. And then we need 2 more cuts. This is difficult. Draneth Healer's on the chopping block. I think Draneth Healer just has to go. So what's our human count at right now? We have 7 humans. That's not the worst. 1, 2, where are they all at? Doesn't feel like we have 7 humans. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's plenty of humans. So we need 1 more cut. I think I'd feel okay even cutting another human. And we definitely don't meet companion conditions. Could be one of the 4s, could be one of the 3s. I don't think I want to cut a non-human if we're running all these. I guess you can just cast these, though, as a 5-mana 4/4 menace. That's fine. 4-mana 2/3 flyer is not the most embarrassing. This Valiant Rescuer is actually not that great. So do we have... We have one. Yeah, our sprinkle of cycling went away quite quickly. So this is really a 3-1 human in the deck. I think Valiant Rescuer might honestly be the cut, despite this being a very good card on its own. And then we have 1, 2, 3. Then we only have 3 2-drop creatures. That's an awkward curve, though. But it's not like we're going to be... A 2-mana 3-1 that you can cycle when you draw it late is probably powerful enough. Is that better than Night Squad Commando? I could see that being true. Maybe we just want to replace Valiant Rescuer with mained Serval. I just don't like the idea of 2-for-1ing myself, though. That feels too much like 2-for-1ing myself with the stuff we've got going on here. And is this worth including? Non-combat damage. That is a flying mutate target. I don't hate that, except this is already going to give things mutate. Huh. Decisions. I'm going to say we've got enough cheap removal that we don't need this Valiant Rescuer. All right. So let's get our lands in here. Add some lands. I think we want more black than we want white. Is that even true? I don't even know that that's true. Looks like that says we want more white. So let's go 8 plains, 7 swamps, 7 swamps. Thank you. What do we want on the deck box? Our Hunted Nightmare or Dire Tactics? Zagoth Mamba. Let's go. All right. I'm going to take a snip of the deck. Boom. And let's go. All right, let's see what we can do. Whoa, are we in best of 1? Looks like we're in best of 1. I was not intending to be in best of 1. Looked like I needed to look a little harder for what Premier Draft was. I think there's also human drafting in best of 3 as well. It's your Jimbo. All right, this is a clear keep. This is a great curve. I think we're going to hold this Triome as well and try to cycle it for some value later in the game. We could get punished into not curving into the Day Squad Marshal. I'm willing to roll the dice on that, though, I think. Except this also wants us to hit land drops. That was a huge mistake, actually, I think, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more. We will block this Sabertooth here with the Checkpoint Officer. I think we choose Odd with Lava Brink Venture without more information. Drannith Healer, sure. So they're stuck on lands. All right, hitting our 4th land drop feels great. I think we go protection from... There's Divine Arrow if we choose even. It's more likely that an odd CMC is going to trade with this, though. Except I really don't want this to die to Divine Arrow. I'm going to choose odd. And if they have Divine Arrow, good for them, I think. No, they have an even card on the battlefield. I'm going to go even. It's more likely that a 4-drop can actually just brick wall it. Snare Tactician, sure. Okay. So I think we just want to play Day Squad Marshal and get some stuff down on the battlefield here. And they can't double block here, which is sweet. I had to do a double take there myself for a second. Day Squad Marshal, let's go. Forbidden Friendship. Not what you want in dedicated red-white. They are flooding the board pretty hard, though, and those don't have a CMC for my Lava Brink Venture, which is a bummer. All right. I think I'm going to just play a Vulpikeet here. And then we'll mutate it into a 5/5 Menace Flyer and hopefully nab our opponent's last card next turn. I just want to cast this. Thank you. And we don't even need to play our land here because the mutate cost on this is 4. So let's go ahead and pass. They are going pretty wide, I guess. That's something that Forbidden Friendship does. So if their last cards are like the +2/+1 card, if they swing out here, we are in trouble. I think we survive, but it is not going to look good for us in the aftermath. Splendormere, that's fine. And we are going to nab their last card, which is pretty busted, unless it's a land. All right, so let's go land. Cavern Whisperer. We want to mutate. This is my first time doing this on Arena, so let's hope we don't mess it up. Target you. Top or bottom? I assume it will ask next. I want to mutate this over. Get their last card. Get a 5/5 Menace Flyer. Boom, baby. That was great for the home team. And people say mutates tempo negative. Look at that tempo. Savai Thundermane, that's not going to do that much, I think. Opponent really needs to answer this or they are in trouble. All right, we block with the Day Squad Marshal here. They have no tricks on board. This is protection from even, right? Yeah, okay. So we happily block there. They're still on a 3-turn clock. We get our value from our cycling land now. So let's cycle this with white, white, white. Nope, 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 nope. Maybe I do want to do that. Yeah, because we have a swamp in hand. Okay. Auto tapper was right. Let's cycle. Go land. And I think we actually want to play Serval here rather than the Halbonder because we just want blockers. Also, this dies to Thundermane if they rip off the top. So let's smash. So really we need to dodge our opponent drawing a mass pump. They're thinking deep in the tank. I feel the head explosion coming soon. Mousing, mousing. Oh, they must have drawn a cycler. That or they're just mousing. A cycler's not great for me. Yeah, they did draw a cycler. If they chain cyclers together here, that could be a pretty big game as well. They have to be a little worried about dying on the crackback. I guess they don't, right? They dealt 2 damage to my main Serval. So we're gonna take a lot of damage here. Okay. Let's go block. Block. Take 6/9. Down to 11. All right, another Triome land. We'll cycle that. Ooh, deadweight? Yes, please. So let's deadweight down this Thundermane. And that's probably game. I think we attack all. I very much want to put my opponent dead to this in the air next turn. Also nice that this survives most of the damage-based removal. They need to find the rumbling whatever, the 3 in a red removal spell. Or I guess they could chain. Yeah, we got them. Okay, that was a cool game. And right off the bat, you see the power of Mutate. All right, it's going to be a rank up stream. All right, we're here for round 2 after winning round 1, and unfortunately we've got a mulligan against Jitko. So let's mulligan. Yikes. So we're on the draw. I think we keep this. We can cycle Easy Prey. We also have a lot of cheap cards in our hand. So I think we keep this and we bottom Checkpoint Officer, honestly, because it's going to be pretty underwhelming because we're going to be choked on mana for most of the game, presumably. So let's keep 6 and bottom Checkpoint Officer. And we're about 75% to hit a land here. Into draw steps. Hopefully not one of our tap lands. That would be brutal. Come on, land. All right, beautiful. So now I think we cycle Easy Prey. I guess we hold it up and then cycle it. So let's pass. Opponent with no plays? Interesting. I wonder if they have an Essence Scatter. So let's cycle this bad boy, find some lands. This is why cycling is great. Oh, we bricked? That's unfortunate. We were pretty likely to hit there. So we're not discarding yet to hand size though, so still in the game. And the opponent's not putting any pressure on us, which is good news. All right, they're cycling a Frostveil Ambush, so presumably they need land drops then as well. I don't know why else you would cycle that card. Checkpoint Officer, still repping an Essence Scatter potentially. And we bricked again. Ugh. All right, that's really not good for the home team. I think we pitch the Serval now, because any land gets us to good stuff. And we've got Divine Arrow to double spell if we get to that point in the game. Yikes, but this is why Divine Arrow's busted. So this is also interesting. So if we hold up Divine Arrow here and they don't attack into it, we're just totally hosed. So we could, I think that's why there's some tension with Divine Arrow. I guess we're not totally hosed because we can just Dire Tactics at end of turn. So I guess we just pass here. Sure. I think the opponent should not attack here with their Cloud Piercer. I think they probably will, though. All right. Get the job done. No counter magic, please. Got him. All right, that's great news for us. So that really swung the tempo in our favor. So now I still am a little scared of Essence Capture. So I think I'm going to play Day Squad Marshal here. I think that's our least impressive creature. And if they want to Essence Scatter this, they can go nuts. There we go. We got the Essence Scatter. They were holding that up pretty hard for most of the game. Hopefully they don't have another one. Essence Scatter is very good in this format. Facet Reader is going to be a problem. So I think we hunted Nightmare here. We don't mind putting a Death Touch counter on either of those creatures. All right, they put the Death Touch counter on the Checkpoint Officer. Interesting. All right, so let's pass. So they've got their Looter online, which is not good for us. Pacifism. Okay, that's a good one. So I think we're going to need to Dire Tactics that Facet Reader now. The card selection that represents over the course of the game is just too good. And I think we want to do it now We don't mind losing the 2, and if we draw a land, then we can double spell. All right, so boom. I think we go... This is awkward. I guess we hold the Mentor. So let's do this, and we'll just name even here so that the checkpoint officer can't tap down our Lava Brink Venture. Wow. Oh, okay. I thought they had the patience to hold Essence Scatter or something. Let's choose even. So they had 2 spells in the graveyard. All right, so they are flooded out. So I think we're doing well here. This is the old Screw Beats Flood. I think we want to trade 3 for 1. Is that even true? I don't know that that's true. Do I want to trade 3 for 1? I think I do. Can't tap it down. Hopefully we don't get ultimatumed. That's a little concerning that they've got this much fixing. So they must have drawn action because they're not just auto-passing here. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. So we need to draw something to give lifelink to. Ooh, there we go. Each other creature you control is a cat, blah, blah, blah. All right, so they still can't block our Lava Brink Venture, which is pretty busted. All right, let's do you. And put a lifelink counter on it. And that should be enough to let us win the race here at the moment. Potentially making a large vigilance creature sounds pretty great to me. All right, and I guess we say go. There's not really any reason to play our land out. We don't have card draw in our deck or anything like that. Another Facet Reader is scary. I think you do want to attack. I guess maybe not, because then they can't double block Kahira. Oh, they can tap down Kahira though. That's a bummer. So actually, I don't think we're as favored as I thought we were. All right, resolves. Smack you for 3. Say go. Whoa, they're casting that? The game's going to be over before that goes anywhere, I think. I guess they can speed it up with Facet Reader. I don't know. That's pretty greedy. Let's activate this ability and hope to draw some action. We did not draw action. That's a bummer. So I think we're likely to lose this game now. We're certainly not favored. We need the opponent to brick pretty hard here over several draws, and we need to find action. Resolves. It's interesting that they're almost incentivized to throw away spells after playing the Ominous Seas. Uh-huh. This guy's been impressive. Uh-huh. All right, let's get a counter. So we went mana screw into mana flood. That is unfortunate. We do get ourselves out of this, though, also, if we find removal for Checkpoint Officer. That's worth noting as well. Because we'll get in a big lifelink hit with Kahira. What does that do? It's a 6/4 first strike. I guess that's pretty good. So no longer getting in, and that costs 6. All right. Lava Brink Venture still going the distance. Let's get a counter. If only we could have made this lifelink. Okay. So I can't do anything with that right now other than play it, but I think that might be good enough to win us the game. Yeah. So the opponent has to kill us this next turn. All right. They're going to get a double tap here. I mean, we live through that theoretically. So I think they have to draw out of this. Let's play a Vulpikeet. I just want a 2/3 flyer. Thank you. And let's say go. Do we win? They're digging, digging. Come on, no odd CMC cards. Did we do it? Protection for the win? Come on. I'm a little nervous right now. I'm invested. I think we chomp with the Duskfang Mentor here. If they let us. I don't like that they haven't just conceded yet. That seems like they drew an odd CMC card. We're about due to draw something, though. They have to be a little worried about dying to Vulpikeet on the crackback if we drew Pump or something, or another Mutate creature. Wow. Wait, what is this? Are they just waving the red flag? All right. That's irrelevant. So they have a flash creature or a removal spell? They must have a removal spell. Or they can draw 2 cards and block with a Kraken. They have double Cycler in hand. That would be intense. I mean, we got to go for it here. We're not winning the long game. Wait, they're letting me attack with this? So they must not have it then. We did it? Wow, what a grind. All right, I was not confident that we were winning that game. All right, 2-0. Against the end boss himself, Mutate the Nummy. We are unfortunately going to have to mulligan. If this were a Plains, I think we could think about keeping, but as it stands, this is a mulligan. This is a keep with a potentially busted curve. What are we pitching here? I think it's the Day Squad Marshal, right? And we hope the Zagoth Mamba Mutate chain goes the distance for us. So, yeah, Day Squad Marshal, goodbye. Blister Spit Gremlin. That is going to get eaten nicely by a Zagoth Mama. So let's go Triome first, I think. We want to do this. Thank you. I don't have high hopes for a Zagoth Mamba living. If Numat's on blue-red spells. And how late Fire Prophecies were going in my pod. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So let's hope we don't get stuck on lands here. So assuming we draw a land, we're in pretty good shape because we get a Liger onto this, kill the Blister Spit Gremlin. Don't, no, stop. Leave my Zagoth Mamba alone. Okay. Okay, rebuying Cathartic Reunion, I'm into it. No blocks, come on land. All right. So, oh, but we can't kill it now? That's a bummer. So I guess we just play Kahira and Bash for 2 is our best option, because we don't have a way to get that off the battlefield at the moment. Blue-red is sweet. Especially if you get Ominous Seas. You can just churn through your deck so hard and make all of the 8/8s. Ominous Seas, I think, is very, very good in this format. Frostveil Ambush cycled, okay. So potentially, ooh, that is good. So we can happily kill that with a Mutate action. All right, so I think we go for... Do we go for Cavern Whisperer or Vulpikeet? So we'll have a... Will it have the creature types? Fox, bird. That is not listed here. So we'll just have a 3/4 flyer. Or I could have a 5/5 Menace Haste. 5/5 Menace Haste, they discard a card, seems better. So let's go here. I want Cavern Whisperer over. That's going to feel so bad misclicking that. -2, -2. So that was a little 3-for-1 action there. Not really. But pretty good. Do we want to attack into that? I think not. I would rather keep my Cavern Whisperer out of the deal 4 damage range. If they're going to spend time dirtling around mutating onto Lord Dracus, I guess they could get back Frostback Ambush. I don't know. That card's so threatening. We've got other threats in hand. So they have a window here to hit it, and then we can turn it into a flyer. Ooh, okay. What does this do? Oh, that just blinks stuff. All right, so we pacify that. Wait, where's the underneath card? Oh, it just has all of the abilities. Okay, so we can mutate to make them discard a card. Is that worth it? I don't think so. Let's pacify that. I do think we want to get this out of the... Although they... If he's got the rumbling thing, we still lose this. I guess it's just good choking him on cards. It's a bird serpent, so we can mutate onto that. I kind of want to save these. I guess we still have the Liger. Let's give it flying and make them pitch a card. So we want this. We want it under. Oof, mutating is hard. All right, so let's smash. Ferocious Tigerilla, sure. I think we hold on to this. I guess no, we want their last card. So we do mutate this. Cast with mutate. Here. Under. Wow, mutate's absurd. Put them on the old top decks. Got him. Head explosion. I really like this format. Because, like, for example, I think we're not what Black-White's supposed to do, but I still think we have a good deck. I think there's going to be so much room for creativity in the draft deck building portion. All right, we're here for round 4. 3-0 start so far. We've got to keep. This is a strong hand. The Duskfang Mentor is not great. All right, so we're going to lead with the tap land. Say go. All right, that made our hand a lot better. So we're going to curve out with a main Serval now, and hopefully we hit a land drop and can Duskfang Mentor onto that. A giant lifelink Vigilance is a pretty big threat. Sure. I guess we just kill their Naturalist. Presumably if they've got that in their deck, they're going to do things with it. Would have been real nice to curve into Hunted Nightmare there. Land, please. All right. So Hunted Nightmare, while they've got nothing on the battlefield, feels real good. Cycling Greater Sandworm, okay. There is a Reanimator deck in the format in black-green where you cycle these and the large black and green uncommons and reanimate them. There's a 6-drop instant speed spell that brings one back at instant speed and fights, and one that brings it back at sorcery speed and puts a lifelink counter on them. Looking like our opponent will probably not be doing that unless they're splashing, though. You might just get the concession here. They're mousing. The most humble of naturalists, sure. Huntmaster Liger. That is not good enough at the moment. So I think we just smash and play Night Squad Commando. This Hunted Nightmare is going to crush our opponent, I think. Sure. Damage. This guy's impressive as a 1/3. Night Squad Commando, let's go. They've got reasonable amounts of mana, but I feel fairly safe with Dire Tactics and Divine Arrow in hand. This format's really going to reward deck building. Like, just knowing the archetypes and blind drafting is not going to be good enough. You know what that's perfectly sized for? Dying to Divine Arrow. So I guess we just jam. I don't know if there's a single green combat trick, but I'm not too worried about it. I guess they didn't play it for the full amount, so that would presume that there is. Yeah, okay. Surprise! That's fine. Good to know. +1/+3, reach, untap. Oh, are they going to go for the double block? Opponent, I'm so sorry. Sure. Divine Arrow. Get wrecked. Sure. We dire tactics and win. So we go Liger on the circle. Wow, Mutate's so good. We went over. And all attack. Boom. This format is going to be swing E. All right, we're here for round 5 at 4-0 against Wolfram. We've got another great hand here, so we will happily keep. I think we're going to lead on the Triome because we want to hit land drops. This is hungry for mana. Honestly, we want to draw a Zagoth Mamba or something else for our Cavern Whisperer. Or just a reasonable... We need a threat. This hand needs a threat to be good. But as it is, it's fine. And I do like being on the draw because we're going to be trading 1-for-1 a lot. Opponent mulliganed. Feels good for us. Bad for them. And we are off to the races. These Triomes are the same in our deck, right? We only have black and white cards. True? Yes, true. All right, so we will lead on one and hold the other, I think. Make our opponent worry about the cruel ultimatum. Okay. I think we just run out of checkpoint officer. Liger into Cavern Whisperer is not the best. That is good for us. That was a great draw. So I kind of think we want to get down this Triome now that we've missed another land drop and not be greedy. And then we'll play this, and next turn we can Cavern Whisperer onto it. That should be pretty strong. Get a 4/4 Menace Haste, make them discard a card. No blocks. Ooh, can't do that into open mana though, unfortunately. So let's go to combat. I guess we could. We don't really care if our Savai Sabertooth dies. Maybe I was just supposed to do that. They could have the 4/2 flash here. I don't think we really care about that either. Blood Curdle. Okay. So I should have mutated because we would have had a 4/4 menace on the battlefield. That's good to know. That's the first time I've really run into that situation. Like, my gut said opponent has removal here, which was true. But honestly, we wanted them to do that. Like, we wanted them to deadweight our 3/1, or Blood Curdle our 3/1, rather. Because we would have gotten a free 4/4 menace. What is this? It's got menace. Okay. Sure. So I think that was a play mistake on my part. Ooh, that's good. That makes our tapping only cost a single white. So do they have the same deal here? I think that's not unreasonable to assume, since they're holding up 4 mana. But we have a good play in Zirda the Dawnmaker. So I think I'm just going to attack again. And if they want to use another Blood Curdle, they can go nuts. Divine Arrow. Okay. That's fine. Don't think we care about that. Let's play Zirda and hold up a tap. So this only costs white now, which is pretty sweet, I think, right? Yeah. So let's pass. Divine Arrow is going to be tough to play around because it's so cheap. Let's tap that for a single white. Boom, baby. Value. They have more Divine Arrowing, really? So I kind of want a Duskfang Mentor and not attack. I guess we could... I definitely don't want to mutate. Maybe I just want to play Cavern Whisperer and pass, and then we can put the lifelink counter on here. And then we'll know if they've got Divine Arrow if they attack into us with a Night Squad Commando. I think Menace lifelink sounds pretty good to me. So let's just do this, not mutate. And say go. And if we play around Divine Arrow, great. All right, sure, that's fine. We don't care about that at all. We can deadweight that next turn. This screams Divine Arrow to me. But if that's true, we're still going to end up with a large lifelinking monster. We could just take 6. I don't think that's that bad for us if we have deadweight in hand. They're going to get us on the crackback, though. The worst case scenario is they can give this Death Touch. I think we don't block. I just don't know all the tricks well enough. Like, I can't remember if there's a black trick that gives like a Death Touch counter. That would be disaster. There are 2 good black combat tricks. I do remember that. One of them gives +1/+1 and a lifelink counter, I think. All right, so let's start by deadweighting this. Seeing what they want to do about that. And then I think we attack with Zirda only. And play a Mentor and put the counter on the Cavern Whisperer and get the Cavern Whisperer out of range of Divine Arrow. So we'll offer that up as a sacrificial lamb. Another lurking Deadeye. Interesting. Okay. Do I want to tap that down? I don't think so. I think we're just A-okay with this trade. I think they thought I was going to tap it down because they seem to be deciding whether or not they want to block now. All right, they are going to block. That's fine. Ooh. That's going to get you. All right, so we are handily in the driver's seat now. Here, lifelink counter, here. format is great. I'm already in love. This is such a breath of fresh air after THB. Just like being able to be creative and having commons and uncommons that can compete. They're attacking? No blocks. There's 0 chance I block here. If they squeaked in 2 bluff damage, good for them. Opportunity cost is just so low for me. What? Whoa. That was a savagely good top deck. Wow. Okay. That's a bummer. That card is a bomb. That was probably best case scenario we're ever going to see for that type of card. We were on all odds. I still think we're favored here. All right, less favored. Definitely less favored. Wow, things went from can't lose to gonna struggle to win in a hurry there. Guess that's what happens when you hit an extinction level event. It's a bummer. I'm going to not attack with the 1. No, I can't. If they have the 4-2, good for them. If they have 3 copies of that stupid 4-2 in their deck, we're not playing around flash things here. Blood Curdle, sure. All right, that's good for us, I think. I would have held that if I were the opponent for a little bit. Ooh. Let's attack. We'll play Cavern Whisperer post-combat. Wish we could mutate, but that's a human. All right, Cavern Whisperer down. We'll pass to them. Hopefully they keep drawing lands. So we've got a 3-turn clock now. Punished. Good. All right, let's smash. Everything's kind of face up at this point. And we could stop and think if we wanted to try to bluff them a little bit, but let's be honest, everybody's playing everything they've got. I think we jam. Interesting. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't block there. Yeah, you can't attack me or you die. So, sure. Why didn't they block? Oh, they can't. It has menace, right? Wow, we got there. All right. That's a close match. Both of us kind of like pooped out there at the end. I guess we drew a 4-4 menace, and that was the difference. We drew a bunch of lands, though. So the opponent certainly had the chance to get back in there. 5-0. Can we get the 7-0 right off the bat in one of the first? We could theoretically be one of the first ever 7-0 human drafters. That would be sweet. How's that person bronze 1 already? I guess they drafted and played faster than me. This is awkward. I guess we keep, though. And I think we try to cycle the Triome. All hail. All right, we're going to have to play this, unfortunately. Hopefully we don't get punished for that. Ooh, hello. All right, so this is If they had played some other land other than a white-red land there, I think I would try to kill this. Just because them mutating onto this is so bad for us. But I think I'm going to get down Lava Brink Venture and just say odd. I don't know. A lot of the removals even. I'm actually going to say even. I don't care if they... I guess green's likely to have some 3-mana 3/3s. I just don't know. It's hard in the dark not being familiar enough with the format with this guy. Ooh, they are going to mutate onto that? Please don't mutate onto that. Whoa, what does that do? I chose even. Sacrifice 2 humans, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That is not easy prey. Being choked on black here is not ideal. So, what do we want to do? Guess we could shrink that with deadweight. That doesn't feel great, though. This is CMC 2 or less. I don't think we should count on this going the distance. I think we attack, see if they want to trade. They don't. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Then I think we just play a Night Squad commando here and hope we don't get wrecked by the opponent mutating onto the Brushwag. This is the point where they could have the 4/4 Menace. The Brushwag's scary. Yeah, okay. It's not good for us. No blocks, I think. Yeah, no blocks seems correct. And then I think we deadweight general and try to race. Is our best line at the moment. Wish I'd chosen odd with the Lava Brink Venture. And wish I weren't drawing a million planes. I don't like the way this is going to go. Alright. Because I presume they're going to have a mutate chain here with the glowstone recluse. So I really think if you think you're playing against mutate, you're supposed to kill the cheap thing here, especially since our removal is conditional. Alright. Doesn't seem great for us. Okay. We can attack through that with Lava Brink Venture. Alright, that was a great draw. Unfortunately, this Day Squad Marshal is just kind of going to wreck us, though. I guess I just have to hold that back to block that. So I think we pass here. Yeah, I think we pass and we plan to Dire Tactics Glowstone Recluse. What can they do here? Destroy target creature power 4 or greater. Okay. So I think when they attack with the Recluse, I think we double block it. Unless they attack with Day Squad Marshal as well. In which case, we'll... Ooh. Interesting. I think we just have to Dire Tactics that. Hopefully they don't... Oh, this exiles, so we're fine. Actually, I guess we just let that resolve, right? We don't care. Because we don't have a creature power 4 or greater, nor will we. Sure. And then maybe they'll get greedy and attack with the Recluse and we'll get a double block off on it. Alright. I mean, I think we gotta go for the double block on the Recluse here. Hope they don't have the trick. Okay, so that's a bummer. I think we just lose. I think we have to exile this Day Squad Marshal because it's got a flying counter. It's just going to kill us. So we get 2 for 1 here. The opponent's got some greedy mana and they hit, so can't feel bad about that. So the biggest difference in the game was that I didn't lead with Triome, and I didn't snap off the removal on the Brushwag, even though I knew that I needed to do that. So I think we probably are just dead here. I should cycle this. I don't know why I haven't done that. Sort of forgot that had cycling, to be honest. Okay. Okay. Back in it, maybe? So let's mutate onto the Mamba. We want this over the Mamba. General Kudro down. Wow, what a swing. Are we going to snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat? So, oh, it doesn't have haste. Brutal. All right. I was thinking we were going to get a swing with a 4/4 haste. What did they discard? Patagia Tiger? That's terrifying about what their last card in hand is. Cavern Whisperer down. Cavern Whisperer down. All right. I mean, this is kind of a game. I think we trade here. Rather than jumping. Ugh, that's not good. All right, that'll do, Pig. Not the first 7-0. We can still go for the 7 wins, though. Ooh, against the Mana Leak. Love their content. They're in our Lords of Limited Discord, so this should be a sweet game. All right. We got to keep. I think. Yeah, got to keep. And I think we hold off on playing this Indatha Triome since we have 3 lands and we only need a 4th for the Cavern Whisperer. Sego. Cunning Nightbonder. So we can deadweight that on our turn if we need to. I don't think we really need to. I guess except we're just going to take a lot of damage off of it. All right. That's so inefficient, though. That's fine. We'll just take 2 from that. And cycle our Indatha Triome here. Damage. I cannot overstate. Ooh. That's terrifying. Okay. That card's really good. Don't pass it. Or do pass it to me. That's fine too. Checkpoint Officer, sure. Alright, so now we get an efficient turn where we get a Checkpoint Officer and deadweight the Nightbonder. The fact that we're not mutating Cavern Whisperer here is kind of a bummer, but 5 mana 4/4 Menace is still okay, assuming they don't have an Essence Scatter. Okay. Ooh, interesting. I still think we run out the Cavern Whisperer here as a large threat, and then we'll have the option in future turns to either double spell with Venture plus Tactics or Venture plus Checkpoint Officer. I want to get that down while Mana Leak is not up. Dare I block this Frostlings if they attack? I think so. No, I just can't, right? The opportunity cost is not there. Like we potentially get got by Deadweight or any number of things. Of 1 mana, that card is so good. That gets them closer to Kraken mana. Or Kraken counters, rather. The fact that you don't have to sacrifice this after you get to 8 counters is so busted. All right, we've got our... Ooh, this feels like Essence Scatter. All right, let's smash with the Whisperer. So 0 is even, right? But it doesn't have a converted mana cost of 0. It has no converted mana cost. So this won't have protection from the Kraken, I think, is how that'll work. So I think we run out the Lava Brink Venturer, naming odd, and then we get down the Duskfang Mentor that we really want. Or do we really want the... I don't know which one I want more. I think we have to assume they have Essence Scatter here. I think this is enough of a threat on its own. I think I'd rather have the Venturer. See if they take the Essence Scatter bait. They did not, so maybe they don't have an Essence Scatter. Guess we'll find out here in a second. All right, we want to choose odd because that's currently what's on the battlefield, I think. Dreamtail Heron's also an odd. That's a good blue common. Easy prey on the checkpoint officer. Okay. That's fair. Firm but fair. We have Dire Tactics loaded up for the Ominous Seas Kraken token, though, so we can attack into that with impunity. Gust of Wind back my Cavern Whisperer. Okay. So they got rid of the lifelink counter. I don't think we particularly care about that. So let's go to combat, smash. And let's replay a Cavern Whisperer. I wonder if I should have held land there in case they have their own. I can't mutate, right? No. In case they have their own. I think it's more important to hold up Dire Tactics, but if they have their own Cavern Whisperer here, we get kind of wrecked. And by kind of wrecked, I mean totally wrecked. I think it's not unreasonable for them to have a Cavern Whisperer in their deck either. Okay. Resolves, that's a bummer. So they're going to get a Kraken, so we need to close the game out before they get a second Kraken. And maybe they'll cycle away a good card thinking they can eat my Venturer here. Drawing land there was not the best. All right. So that sort of telegraphed to them, I think, that we have instant speed removal. And we are going to hold the land now in case of their own Cavern Whisperer over on the other side of the battlefield. All right. So I wonder if they don't know that you can do that at instant speed. It's interesting that they main phase that. So I guess we go for this now. All right. Cracking down. Let's go to combat. Hulk smash. Day Squad Marshal, let's go. And again, I think we keep holding this land in case there's a card that we draw that we want to hold. Thieving Otter, all right. Resolves. They still can't block my Lava Brink Venturer. I kind of want to jam with the team here. Oh, wow. 2 for 1-ing themselves. Okay. I'm into it. We chose well with odd. Let's smash. Land and say go. The mentor has been disappointing, I will say. Are we just going to ride Lava Brink Venture to victory? Easy prey is CMC 2 or less. I still think we hold on to that. I don't know. It's awkward. I think we hold on to it for a turn here. I guess if we cycle into action, though, it's so good. But that cuts down on their outs, because a 2 CMC would be something they could jump with here for the Lava Brink Venture. All right, so I guess we have enough mana that we don't even need to cycle it now. Ooh, okay, I like that. So I guess we just do this and get him. All right, we got him. Mana leak down. Good games. All right, we're here for going for the 7th win. We're 6-1 against Seabats. I recognize that username. I don't know if they're in our Discord or Twitch, but regardless, I think we can expect a good opponent. And this hand is great. Let's keep. Holy cow, is this hand strong? This might be the best opener we've had, because we can deadweight their 2-drop, and then, although I guess that's not how that works. All right, that made our hand even better. So if they don't have a 2, we get to play Hunted Nightmare for free on the play, which is real strong. Regardless, even if they play a 2-drop, I guess we give it a menace counter. This is going to be really difficult for red-green to deal with. Yep, you mouse over that. No death touch counter for you. 3 mana, 4/5 menace. Let's go. There's nothing that punishes this, I don't think. And if there is, I'd rather find out now and learn the hard way, and then it will be burned into my brain forever. Fertilid, that's going to get deadweighted, and we get a curve into Lava Brink Venture. This is absurd. Let's choose even, I guess. No, I still think I just want... no, the removal in red is on 2s and 4s. And they're likely to want to play a 4 CMC here. Yeah, we chose correctly. It's even, right? We chose even. Yes, boom, let's go. What a quick game. I think we just play Sabretooth and they're dead here, because we can tap down something with Checkpoint Officer. They have to be able to double spell here to not be dead. I'm going to go ahead and characterize this format as pretty fast, and certainly you need to be able to interact early, just to stop mutate and things like that. Cloud Piercer is game. Resolves, we tap it down, and we kill you. All right, got the 7 wins. Boom, baby. And so I think some takeaways from this video here are, 1, make sure you exercise creativity and don't get tunneled in on the archetypes, right? Because black-white's supposed to be quote-unquote humans, and we're black-white mutate, not humans, good cards. And our deck still played out very well. And it's early in the format. Maybe we just played against people that didn't draft well. Who knows? But I do think, like, Mumate's strong, Mana Leak's strong. I recognize Seabat's name. I got to assume if people are in this, they're dedicated to Magic and sort of know what they're doing at a minimum. And some of those people are better than me, you know? Like, Numate's a better player drafter than I am, I think. Certainly has PT credentials to his name where I have none. So I think be creative, be willing to draft synergies if you've got the synergies going, even if they're not what your archetype's supposed to do. I think make sure you have early 2-drops for your mutate cards. If you don't, I think mutate's not very good. And if you've got removal, if you think you're playing against mutate, I think sometimes it's right to pick off their 2-drop, especially if it's something good. Like you saw that game where we didn't kill the Brushwag, how it spiraled out of control. So thank you all for tuning in to hopefully one of the first 7 wins and hopefully one of the first draft videos for human drafting ever on our Lords of Limited YouTube channel. If you've enjoyed this content and want some more of it, please remember to like, subscribe, leave us a comment in the comment section if you'd have done anything differently in the draft, if you thought you'd ended up in red-white cycling or what have you. Would love to discuss any and all of that early in the format like this. Love you all, YouTube. Thanks very much. See you later. Oh, and thank you very much to Wizards of the Coast for sponsoring this and making this possible by getting us a stocked account for this streamer early release event. So very much thank you to WotC. See you guys.